Welcome back to a new video, you guys. My name is Josh and I am a funnels guy for online coaches and passionate digital product people. Basically, the people that help people. I'm the guy who builds the funnels and the sales websites to help them sell more, attract more clients and all of that fun stuff. So I see a lot of behind the scenes. I've worked with a crazy amount of niches. So I've got like literally the inside scoop into a whole host of different coaching businesses that are doing multiple 6 and 7 figures plus. And it's really fascinating. It's a dream job. And so if you're watching this video, thank you for being here. Make sure to subscribe if you are new, because I obsess around funnels, around data, around marketing and shining online, which is the mission behind all of this. How do we shine? How do we have a passionate freedom business that we actually love and we can have a bit more fun with, right? Versus going only for money, stressing our balls off, and just really burning out a lot faster, okay? And so in this video, I am absolutely buzzing to announce that we are going to be doing a 2025 crash course on funnels. All right, this framework that you're going to learn today is going to be fascinating whether you are new or whether you already have a coaching business and you think that there is room to tweak and optimize your current funnel system. Again, with the goal of impacting more clients and bringing in more people to your business. Okay, you see, I have audits all the time with people that are at a huge level in their coaching business. And it's like, well, why do you get in touch with me, right? Why do you get in touch with Josh? And the reason is that even at that level, there is still so much to optimize. And if you don't have a nice simple funnel framework that you basically just how you market online, if it's not simple and it's confusing, there's lots of manual work, it's quite overwhelming or stressful, there are so many missed out, potential through clients, missed potential on customers, on just building your brand, building your business. And again, the other side of it too is the fulfillment, the fun, the enjoyment side, which is crucial. So that's why I'm so grateful to have worked with these high-level coaches. And one of the things that often comes up is confusion around what's the optimal framework to have around funnels. Like, what offers should I sell and how do I structure it? Like, what do I sell and how do I sell it? There's all these questions, but it always breaks down because of time. So you might be a beginner or you might be experienced, but if I am a betting man, I would like to make a confident guess that time is getting in the way of funnels, of online marketing. So when you don't have time because you are serving clients, you're coming up with new offer ideas, you're literally just running your business, right? Who has time to sit down and think, what's the best funnel structure? Like, that's my job, right? So that is what I obsess about every day, day in and day out, without fail. I log in to Go High Level and I'm building a funnel every day, pretty much, if not for clients, for myself. And so this crash course, I'm going to keep as simple as possible, all right? And that really is the theme of the way I am, the way I am with my clients, the way I am in my academy, which, I would love to invite you in. The way I am when I work with clients directly is we keep it simple because anything else is just loose BS, all right? So we prefer to use common sense and timeless principles. Now, the first phase of our crash course for funnels is all going to be about the general online marketing framework. Now, this might actually be a breath of fresh air for a lot of you guys because there generally is just so many gurus talking about all different strategies. Everyone is the golden egg one, right? I'm here to tell you that there is no golden egg, and the reason I know that is because I work with these fuckers. I literally work with the people that will shit on all the other strategies, and I know for a fact that every strategy works. Everyone. It doesn't matter if you do this business, if you do this funnel. The end of the day in online business, from what I found, is if you can obsess and focus on a certain strategy for long enough, you will make it work. Whereas when you're chasing 5 different options and you're not quite sure which one to really put time into, it's obviously not going to be as effective as direct laser focus. And that's what these gurus do incredibly well. All right. The only reason they have to position theirs as the best option is because it's what sells their thing. Do you know what I mean? So you have to plant like a seed of doubt into the other options, but it's not that they don't work. Okay? Anyways, with that being said, this bit of paper right here is my timeless framework, pretty much on a nice small bit of paper. It's not in my pocket all the time, like not when I'm going to the shops and that, but it is on my desk always to hand, because these 4 stages are pretty much going to sum up this entire system in the easiest way. And it will seriously make a massive mental difference, like a mental breakthrough difference for you guys. So let's just get into this. I am bored of talking now. So number 1 is traffic. Now, in the whole funnel world, people don't understand, because there's a lot of people that will skip to number 2, and I'll write it down obviously, because number 2 is sales conversion, and that's all about funnels, right? Most people start at number 2, and let me know if you're guilty of that as well. But then you forget, well, fuck, it's okay if I have like a world-class funnel and the design is just brilliant, but there's no people coming to the funnel. You've forgotten principle number 1, which is traffic. All right, and this, in the simplest way, is getting the right people to see the next phase. Okay, you are attracting, so you're attracting in the right fits, and you are qualifying as well. You're trying to get qualified people, attract them in through your marketing, and remember that it's people, and you want to get a certain type of people. So I'm also going to put specific. All right, and this is really challenge number 1, is when you don't get specific on who you actually want to see your page. It's very easy to do, for example, with Facebook ads. Who here has done a broad Facebook ad in the whatever niche you're in, but you didn't really dial down the like specific of who that ad was for? And then the funnel doesn't work. It's not that the offer's broken. Don't worry. It's not that you're rubbish and you suck. You just didn't call out with enough specificity of what type of person you wanted to attract and qualify in your world. All right. The other challenges that people have with this is quantity. All right. This is a huge issue for a lot of people, and it's literally just not having enough people see your pages. All right. Now, if you have a world-class funnel and you don't send people to it, how are you going to sell anything? You need eyes on your stuff, but you also need to know that it isn't going to be a good fit for everybody. And that's okay. So there's 2 sides of the coin, all right? And this is something I call the quality and quantity pendulum. And this is the next phase of our crash course, really. This pendulum of quality and quantity. And this, by the way, is the entire reason to use funnels. All right, on one side, you have quality, and on the other, like I said, you have quantity. Now, what does that mean? When you're marketing online, it's very easy to go for quantity. You're talking to everybody, but you're really talking to nobody. And so you'll get these empty metrics like clicks, views, maybe subs or opt-ins. They are all empty data points. So if you're listening to this and you're running traffic, you're getting people to see your stuff, you're getting a lot of clicks, a lot of views, and a lot of subs or opt-ins, but no sales or clients, it's because you are getting quantity, but you're on this side of the pendulum, which means you're not actually getting the right type of person to see this offer. Now that just means you have to tweak your messaging and the way you communicate at the top level. All right. So this is phase number one. Now, number two is sales conversion, and this is funnels. And this is going to be really such a breakthrough for you guys if you've not yet heard funnels in this way. A funnel is literally just a damn page for that traffic to see. All right, that's all it is. But the difference is manual versus automatic. Okay, I've worked with a lot of clients that do very well, but it's manual. They don't need a funnel. They don't actually have pages, but they will pump a ton of traffic through. They'll make videos, right? YouTube, Instagram Shorts, and all of that. But the rest, the sales conversion, which is number two out of number four. Remember, there's going to be four phases of this crash course. The manual route is going to take more time. It's going to be a bit more stressful, and it's going to mean that you're naturally going to have more quantity than quality. All right. This is for the business owners and the coaches that have to hire, a crazy amount of setters and closers and people to go in the DMs and message people. By the way, if you didn't realize this, but most business gurus, you'll never ever be able to reach them through the DMs. They'll have setters and other people, like everyone else but them, accessing the DMs. So it's just something I never realized until I got into this game. It was a bit of a bummer, but that's what happens, is there's a lot more manual work. And so in this crash course, the reason that a funnel is so powerful and so necessary is because you are taking all of that effort, all of your best sales skills. So let me just do some branches here. Say effort, sales skills, all your persuasion, pretty much everything you're saying in that manual work. Let's just say it is Instagram DMs. That's how you're selling. You are putting all of that onto a page to where you are then giving them a clear next step, which is very often a application form, okay, for a high ticket program, that is, where they fill out a couple of questions, then they go to a calendar, okay? That is how you turn on the automatic side of your online coaching business. You send the eyeballs to a page so you don't have to do the DMs. So you can actually get all of your best sales skills, all of your persuasion, all of your, sharpest copywriting, break down everything about your service or your coaching program. And then if someone wants to join and wants to buy, you don't even have to do anything then. They will fill out an application form. They'll literally tell you about their exact situation, how committed they are they willing to invest? Then they'll book in a call with you. That is an incredibly much more enjoyable process than manual selling for me. I know it's not the same for everybody, but if you are selling digital products, if you have coaching groups, if you have one-on-one coaching or a high ticket service like I do, it's so much more fun for me to just literally wake up that someone's booked in a call with me, they're qualified. I've obsessed about the quality side of this pendulum. They've applied, they've filled out the call. I just hop on and I talk about their situation and some options to move forward. It's way, way more easy, okay? Now, there are a couple of parts to that. Whenever you have a funnel, there are some things that can influence how well it encourages people to go through to the next stage. All right, just a couple. One of them is the words, okay? Words and copy are so crucial, and I mean it. This is a fun story. The other day, I was doing some tests on my own funnel. I had got it to a level where it was generally starting to settle down. Sales were coming through, and so one of the split tests I always love to make is the headline. Now, I didn't want to mess it up too much, right? Because I didn't want to kill the sales. I changed a couple of words, and I saw my conversion rate go up by quite a decent amount as well. Now, how long did it take me? Probably about 30 seconds. That's the power of words. Everything else in your funnel and those pages can be the same, but the words can influence someone's decision. The other thing is design. Okay, now this one has both sides to the coin. I know that there are ugly funnels that convert. They just have great words and a great offer, which is the next one actually that influences the funnel. But if you have great words and a great offer, I know that you don't necessarily need as good design. But just from a standpoint of being proud of your business, wanting great quality, and really to not look like a scam in the digital marketing world, it can be so easy to be seen as a scam these days. You just want to have professional design that makes you look good, it makes other people trust you, and it just has a great first impression and builds value perception. That's all you want to do. All right. So the better your design can be, that's fine. The better you will feel about it, and the better they will feel about it. Now the offer is the same thing. Again, how exciting is your offer? I recommend Alex Hormozy and his $100 million offers book. Is very good, and it will kind of go all over this section. But it's essentially the case of like, how realistic is it? So there's a couple of points with this one, and I teach this inside of my academy as well. So it's only £37 a month. I'll recommend you join it. But generally the offer comes down to, okay, they click on the page, they see the words, the feeling they get through the offer has to be something along the lines of, it seems very realistic that I will get to my dream goal. If it's less realistic, they're just not going to be interested, because, you know, if you tell someone, I'll make you 100 million by next week, it's just not realistic. You're just like, well, no, you won't, because I've not even made $1 million yet. You know what I mean? That is what comes down to the offer. Okay, now we've covered, there was one more awesome thing with this, and I've run out of room, so I'm going to write it on this side here. Personalization. Okay, personalization is one of those things that most people forget about on their funnels. But like I say, in this AI world, everyone's running digital products. One of the coolest things that I have seen really work well in every successful funnel is a level of real human personalization. And yes, this really does mean the simplest things like more personal photos, more personal videos, and more touch points throughout the funnel. This is to allow the person to just really build a comfortable feeling that they know you and they like you before showing up to the call, before making a buying decision, whatever that looks like. But don't forget your personalization. The trust is so huge. So again, add all of those things that I've just mentioned. Now we'll get into phase 3. All right, welcome back to phase 3. I just realized it was starting to get dark outside, so I've tweaked the lighting. We're back in action. And phase 3 out of 4 in the online coaching world of funnels and marketing and automation is closing. Okay, so by this point, you're running great traffic, quality traffic, right? The pendulum of quality and quantity. You're sending them to the right conversion through well-designed, well-written pages with a solid offer and great trust and personalization. Okay, now they're going through to start booking in calls, filling out applications. And so there are a couple of issues that are going to come up. All right, this is not uncommon. If you're watching this and you are running funnels, it's no doubt in my mind that you've probably faced one of these two issues. The first one is no-shows, and the second one is bad fits. Okay, who here has had no-shows or bad fits? Everybody, because it's how business works. Not everybody wants to turn up to a call they've booked, and not everybody is ending up to be a perfect fit. Okay, but there are some things we can do to improve that. Now, part of this closing process as well is price. So that is one of the factors to consider when making this system work. But I've found when you do such a great job with your traffic, with your funnels and your sales conversion kind of phase, the price point becomes a not even close of a friction point. And what I mean by that is I had a client in the SMMA space. Now, I had done all his branding, all of his funnels. We'd worked together for years, and so he really trusted me. Now, when he launched his coaching program, not only did he come to me to kind of help him literally build the offer, right, what he would do in the coaching program, all the branding and all the funnels, but I actually became his sales guy. Now, why? Well, like I say, I love building long-term relationships with my clients. It's just what I do. And so I was the sales guy, which means I got to speak with his clients before they came on board. Now, we had a really strong close rate of about 40%. Now, for those of you who don't know, that is quite a good average. In the world of marketing and sales calls, anywhere around 25 to 35% is a good number to have. And that's generally with the owner of the offer. So I was obviously a sales representative of his offer, and I was still able to get 40%. But why? Now, it came down to these two things. Now, when you are running your traffic, and this is with a high ticket funnel, okay, an expensive offer, you will send them to an application form. Then they will go to a calendar. The problem most people have if they're getting bad fits is that the application form doesn't have the right questions. And so you need to make sure you have two very important qualifying questions on that form. The first one is about commitment. Okay? The second one is about investment. Now, what this can look like is, number one, how committed are you to moving forwards and starting to get X and Y result? And then the answers will be, today, now, I'm ready to go. B, maybe this week. Or C, I'm not ready. And if anyone clicks I'm not ready, you literally disqualify them. Now, by doing this, you are only going to be taking calls and approving the people that select that they are committed. Now, the second one, investment. This is a bit of a wishy-washy one, and it very much depends case by case. What this means is the investment question will only need to be tweaked as and when you find out it needs to be tweaked. Okay, what I mean by that is there is kind of a scale of like scariness, all right, with this question. If you are brand new, you want to keep your scariness level as low as possible while still having it. And what this can look like is, are you willing to invest in this result? That's it. The scariest version of this looks like, are you willing to invest at least 3,000 or whatever your price point is, at least 2,000, 3,000 pounds in this result guaranteed, and you have the money readily available in cash, ready to go? That is kind of the scary version of that question, all right? But if you don't have that question, you're going to get people that show up on your calls just to find out what the price is, all right? So like I say, because it's a normal, natural part of funnels and selling online, that you will literally start here and take call after call and just see, all right, do I have to just up the question a little bit, as in make it more specific, include some numbers in there? Or look, there are some coaches that will literally have the exact freaking price and say, do you have this price ready to invest today? Yes or no? Because they have a lot of volume. Okay, so this also depends on how much traffic and volume and eyeballs you're getting through your funnels. Okay, now the no-shows then. Why do people not show up? When they book in the call, all right, so they've come, they're booked in the call, it's all secured. Either a couple of things. There's no reminders, all right? But that's a simple one. I feel like everybody has good reminders on email and text, all right? But you can never go wrong by increasing those reminders a little bit more. The second one is one of my favorite hacks, and it is binge content. Now, how does this normally go? When someone books in a call, they arrive to this page and it's like, congratulations, you've booked, look out for an email and come with questions. That is not enough anymore because people are getting more savvy with the online marketing world. And so you need to have more than that. Now, a strategy I used to implement about 2 or 3 years ago, I believe I started implementing this and seeing what a difference it made. It is binge-worthy content on that thank you page. And here's the kicker. You will create that content around the main 3 or 4 objections that your prospect has. So imagine this. It takes you about 2 to 4 minutes to record, but now they book in a call and you say, before our call, you must watch these videos before the call. It's mandatory. They will go through and watch at least 10 to 15 more minutes of content with you. Now guess what happens? They're starting to get comfortable with you. They're starting to hear your voice over and over again. They're building more trust, just more comfortability with who you are before they get on the call. But the second most important thing, those videos, because you are centering them as sort of information videos around each objection, they are literally selling themselves and having solved their objections before they arrive to your call. Now for me, this was such a cool breakthrough and I love adding it to every one of my clients' funnels because, like I say, you are continuing their momentum. They've gone through your sales funnel, they've got excited, they filled out the application, they booked in the call, they're all excited, and that's it. Whereas now, they'll be able to get excited watching all these videos, getting ready for the call, visualizing how it is to work with you. And then obviously, you want to have some results on here as well, like testimonial videos and things. But that's a given, okay? This is such an incredible addition. And the third one, man, this strategy is only for the advanced people because it's something that will happen at a bit of a later date in your journey when you truly have tons of traffic coming in, but you want to increase the quality and get rid of no-shows and bad fits together. And it is something that doctors do, a triage. Now, a triage, what this basically means is before the real consultation, you will actually get either yourself or a representative to reach out to make contact with the person who's booked in for a triage. And what that basically looks like is a 5-minute of like, are you still good to go for our appointment? Okay, what challenges are you having? What are you trying to do? Oh, and do you have like money ready to invest? All of the kind of the same things as the application form, but again on a triage. Now, there is 2 levels to this. One of those is you can like let people book in the full consultation and you reach out in between. Or if you really want to put a barrier in place and only get on calls with the top of the crop quality of your potential clients, they will not even be allowed to book in a call until they've had the triage. Now, what this looks like is they'll fill out the application. Instead of going to the calendar, they'll go to a page that just says, thank you for applying. Our team reviews every single application. In the meantime, if you're selected, we will ring you or contact you about booking in your free strategy call. Okay? How cool is this, right? You will never get a bad fit who gets through that triage, and they are twice as likely to show up because they've already been through a triage and you've kind of double confirmed that they are ready and set to go for the time they pick. All right? And this is phase 3. And it's what's allowed sales to be such a fun thing for me. Now, if you're watching this video and you're like, well, Josh is quite young, I am. But I've been in this game for so long now that I was doing 5-figure deals at the age of 16 during, some of the earliest years of my business because, first of all, confidence, but 2, there was so much pre-selling being done in my world that the sales call became easy and price was less of an objection. And so coming back to that story where I was the sales guy for my client's coaching business, we actually raised the price and saw zero drop off in that close rate of 40%. And the reason is because, again, we'd had done such a great job with the funnel and with the front end stuff, and then making sure they were qualified. It just didn't matter, and we were able to increase the price by, I think, over 30%, maybe 40%, something like that. So that's pretty cool. Now we'll get into number 4, but number 4 is really very quick, and this is something that, again, I don't talk about too much on this channel, but is absolutely probably the key to it all. And so number 4 is delivery. All right, I bet you never would have guessed it. In a funnel, delivery is what will allow this to happen long term. There are some businesses who will obviously make their millions with stages 1 to 3, but because the delivery will lack, or there'll be some kind of dodginess to the delivery process, right? It won't last and stand the test of time, because there's a level of scamminess, there's a level of like under delivering that will not be consistent for that person's business. One of my favorite people to talk about is Tony Robbins. So I've spent over £20,000, I don't know what that is in dollars, like $25,000 or so, as a client of Tony. I've been to a ton of his events, and I've really seen his funnel through and through, right? As literally every level almost, right? Of course, there's ones I've not quite got to yet, but it's Tony. What do we expect? The thing I love about Tony's funnel system and the way he markets online is it's solely, not just like it relies on delivery like everyone's business. It freaking solely relies on delivery. And there's a difference in that, because without this working, Tony Robbins does not have a profitable coaching business. What do I mean by that? People come in on the front end, all right? They'll download like a freebie or something like that. Then Tony has obviously different events. So he has his UPW. Then he has Mastery University. And then he has up here Platinum Partnerships. So Platinum Partnership. The price, by the way, is $85K a year for Plat. University is $15K. UPW is about 500 to about a K. And then the freebie is obviously free. Now, can you see, based on his price points, where does he make the most money? Up here. But somebody literally cannot go from here to here. If you've never done one of Tony Robbins' events before, I guarantee you've never heard of these two things before. Why? Because he only introduces them at UPW. And so this is the part about delivery, which is, again, over-delivering. It's about being genuine. It's about just doing your very best to get the results, all right? Get the results and over-deliver. And so Tony has so much faith in his ability to over-deliver at UPW that he then gets the upsells for these two programs, okay? And I promise you, if you don't over-deliver, if you don't want to add value, if you're only focused about money, this will not work long-term, because as we all know, ad costs rise. People become smarter. It's not as easy these days to just sell anything you want, stick a bunch of upsells in there, and just kind of not really make an impact, right? It's not good enough anymore. And so this is the final phase, and it's why I am here, and my mission is to shine, because it's that layer of fulfillment which a lot of people miss out on. It's being passionate about the business to where you want to over deliver no matter what happens to every client, every customer. And that, again, not only does it allow for upsells, but it allows for this thing, referrals as well. Okay, so for me, there's nothing greater in my business to when I've had a referral from a business that I've worked with, done a great job for, and then that referral starts sending me other people too. It's like, okay, now we're really doing something right with the delivery phase of our online marketing. and kind of funnel system. All right. Final piece for this, I actually forgot to mention, there is a simple way to choose the right funnels. Just gonna chuck these away. So there's one thing that I missed out, and that is on purpose because I've done so many videos about it. Ouch. But it is, what is the perfect funnel structure? Now, for that, I invite you to join my Shine Funnels Academy. You see, I discovered that there is 3 funnels and 3 funnels only that these gurus make. All right, the multiple 6, the 7-figure coaches that I work with, it always comes down to, even the ones I haven't worked with, like Tony or, you know, all these very high level people, there are 3 funnels. And inside my Shine Funnels Academy, I will not only teach you what that is, but I will give you the templates, the downloadables. We'll actually go live as well. I go live on Zoom twice a month. Our incredible students show up and they literally get like thousands of pounds worth of value through the strategy, through the secrets I'm sharing. Again, every 2 Wednesdays, so twice a month. And that is where you will be able to really accelerate with this thing called online marketing and funnels. Okay, if you're a coach, if you don't have much time, I think it's worth your while, it's worth your time and your money to, instead of figure this out yourself, come in, learn about the 3 funnel system, and there's also a bit about it on the page. So just click on the page below and you'll learn about it anyways, and then import everything. So over the past, 5 years of being a funnels guy, I've actually, last year I sat down, I spent about a month or 2 building systems and processes, an entire Notion board for how my entire agency functions, right? My start to finish of building funnels, the strategy behind it, the design, the emails, everything, conversion hacks. Inside the academy, I literally give it to you. The tens of thousands of pounds worth of the systems and processes that took me years to figure out, months to make, I literally give it for £37 per month. Okay, and you can leave after 1 month, but I think you'll find you will love to stay for a bit longer than 1 month because this is a journey as well, right? Who's figured out that hitting 1 million in 1 week is very unlikely, but this is actually a long-term game of testing, trying different funnels, making incremental adjustments to your whole thing, the traffic, the funnel pages, the offer, the price, and that's what we do inside the academy. So this is your official invitation. Of course, if you want me to do everything for you, you can click the link below that one. It's called thefunnelexperience.co.uk and you can apply there. But if you are starting out, you have a bit more time and you just want to import everything, you know, tweak my templates and launch as fast as possible, that is your best option for the money. Okay, so with that being said, man, thank you so much for anyone who's still watching me right now, especially during this outro. So thank you for your time. I hope you've got a lot from this. It will mean the world to me if you can comment what your biggest takeaway was, and that will allow me to see, okay, what is resonating most with people, and it will inspire future content. So go out there and shine. Again, speed is hugely important, but also being passionate about what you're doing is massive as well. So I hope this has brought you a ton of value. You've got a lot of lessons today, and I will see you in my next video. Peace.